The Galactic Astronomical Naming Convention has long classified planets into strict categories: habitable, hostile, uninhabitable, and the rare and dreaded death worlds. To most species, death worlds were synonymous with certain doom, a grim reminder of the universe's unyielding hostility. To humans, however, death worlds were vacation brochures. Reports of human holidaying habits had puzzled the convention for decades. What most species considered incomprehensible risks, humans saw as adventure opportunities. A recent survey highlighted some of the more baffling trends. Treks on Cryonis 6, a frozen wasteland with near constant blizzards and temperatures that could flash freeze exposed flesh. Humans called it the ultimate skiing paradise, and cheerfully drilled holes in the ice to plunge into its sub-zero waters for fun. Xerac 7's radioactive beaches, a highly radiated planet with intense tidal waves that rose 10 meters high. Humans flocked there to catch the surf, slathering themselves in radiation-blocking gel, while downplaying the dangers with phrases like, "It's good for the immune system." Abyssal diving on Liferis 4, an oceanic world classified as a death world due to its crushing underwater pressures, aggressive marine life, and erratic tectonic activity. Humans weren't an aquatic species, yet they gleefully spent weeks in submersible cities, organising casual dives to the depths, while narrating videos of close encounters with predatory leviathans. Sandstorm safaris on Axiom Prime, a desert world plagued by perpetual sandstorms and venomous wildlife. Humans described it as a cool version of the Sahara, and spent hours exploring its dunes, boasting about their natural resistance to dehydration, while chugging litres of water. The convention debated whether these activities were acts of bravery, insanity, or perhaps both. One famously quipped, "Humans do not seek to survive death worlds, they seek to be entertained by them." A thoughtful silence fell over the Birdlike Scientist, who had listened to these reports with a mix of confusion and awe, finally asked, "Is there any world that could truly break them? Some limit to their boundaries, whatever it is they call this?" The others exchanged looks, pondering. For most species in the galaxy, the idea of a homeworld conjured visions of nurturing ecosystems, mild climates, and predictable seasons. Earth, humanity's birthplace, was none of these things. To the GANC, Earth wasn't just a death world, it was something far worse. The fauna? Predators so efficient they could hunt cooperatively, ambush prey from the air, or wait motionless for weeks to strike. Apex hunters were plentiful, but they weren't the true threat. The true horrors were the tiny creatures, venomous snakes, stinging insects, parasites that hijacked your body from within, and microbes that could rewrite your genetic code. The flora? Worse. The planet was teeming with plants that spiked, poisoned, strangled, or outright exploded. Even the fruit-bearing trees often included toxins as a deterrent to less desirable consumers. The weather? Utterly unpredictable. Earth storms didn't just inconvenience its inhabitants, they annihilated them. Lightning storms ignited wildfires, tornadoes shredded landscapes, hurricanes flattened entire regions, and earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions ensured that no piece of the planet was truly safe. Yet the most terrifying thing about Earth wasn't that everything tried to kill you, it was that everything kept trying after it succeeded. Diseases evolved faster than immune systems could adapt. Predators dragged you away and fought over your remains. Plants and fungi colonized your corpse before it had cooled. As one exasperated alien biologist put it, on most worlds, death is an ending. On Earth, it is a starting point for several other processes. That Earth had produced sentient life, much less humans, was the galaxy's greatest biological mystery. When asked how they survived their homeworld, most humans just shrugged and replied, "It's not that bad. You get used to it." The convention had reluctantly classified Earth as a hell world, a designation reserved for planets so extreme that even Death World standards fell short. For centuries it has stood alone in this category, until the discovery of Chalor 9. Chalor 9 was Earth's match in hostility, if not its superior. An unrelenting Jurassic jungle where evolution never paused. Its towering flora and colossal fauna were locked in an endless arms race of survival. Most species couldn't comprehend such a place. However, to humans, Death Worlds were vacation brochures. When the Galactic Astronomical Naming Convention classified Chalor 9 as a hell world, the species most familiar with human daring had a different idea. HFY Tours, a company famous for pushing the limits of survival tourism, had its sights set on Chalor 9 as a new premium destination. Their pitch? Guaranteed to be almost safe. They hired Jared to prospect the jungle world, to test if it had the right ingredients for a human holiday adventure. When asked why he was interested, his reply was as unsettling as it was amusing. Earth was just the tutorial. I'm ready for the real game. Jared Halverson, restless and fueled by an insatiable need for adventure, had visited more untamed worlds than most people could name. His name had become synonymous with survival, earning him a reputation as the galactic expert on navigating the deadliest planets. Whether it was scaling the lava cliffs of Pyrrhus 4, or diving into the churning seas of Kaltor 2, Jared had survived it all, and more. The aliens suggest state-of-the-art equipment for his survival: exosuits with adaptive camouflage, gravity-stabilized habitats, and sonic repellents. Jared listens politely, then waves it all off. Loincloth's fine, and my e-reader. I'll need something to read while I'm tanning. Alien jaws, mandibles, beaks, and gelatinous orifices drop. Mr. Halverson. Exorphi, the crystalline director, pleaded. The fauna on Chalor 9 are engineered by nature to be unrelenting. The plants consume flesh. The water is hostile. Yeah. Sounds like fun. Jared tied his loincloth with practiced ease. He clicked on his e-reader and scrolled through the options, his finger lingering on a file titled Purples on Earth. A wicked grin played at the corner of his mouth as he settled for the journey. Definitely need something exciting on this trip. The aliens debate renaming Hellworlds to human playgrounds, as Jared casually strolls onto the landing craft. Months later, Jared returns. To the aliens' horror and secret amazement, he's unharmed, tanned, relaxed. Good trip? Exorphi ventures cautiously. Beautiful, Jared says, wiping sweat from his brow. Caught up on my reading. Those velociraptors? Surprisingly friendly. They love being petted. Oh, and those flesh-eating vines? Fantastic hammocks after some beer. The aliens are too stunned to respond as Jared heads off to his next destination. I fear nothing, Jared calls over his shoulder as he strolls away. The director decides to reward Jared's service by sending him to the safest world in their database, Veronis 1, a paradise world. A tranquil, endless sea of knee-high grasses sways gently under an orange star. There is no wind to disturb the scene. No predators. No sudden noises. No danger. Just peace. Jared steps onto the surface, e-reader in hand, and pauses. At first he admires the view, marveling at the serenity. Then the vastness hits him. The unrelenting grasslands stretch beyond comprehension. The horizon, an identical line no matter where he looks. The stillness presses down on him like a suffocating weight. The sameness gnaws at his nerves, threatening to unravel him. He started to lose all sense of direction, all sense of scale. He started to lose himself. He started to scream. Is there anything else? He asks, a light tremor in his voice. There is nothing else, one of the aliens responds. Don't worry, it is all safe, another adds reassuringly. Jared stands frozen for a long moment, searching for some break in the monotony. The quiet gnawed at his sanity in ways no predator or storm ever could. He collapses to his knees, clutching his e-reader like a talisman. Watching Jared's reaction on the live feed, a scientist from what was previously considered the deadliest homeworld in the galaxy spoke thoughtfully. Perhaps nothing scares a human more than being bored to death. The others nodded solemnly, their gazes fixed on the screen. In the distance, Jared lay crumpled on the grass, curled into a ball. His lips moved faintly. Just one tree, one cloud, anything. Jared lay there, battered and panting, his breath shallow, his body crumpled against the dirt. His limbs shook with the effort of staying conscious. Who would have thought humans fear too? The bird-like scientist tilted his head, his feathers ruffling in thought. Perhaps, in some ways, we are more alike than we believed.